Because for you to make money in tech, you must have that skill.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our podcast with iSwipe Technologies Limited. This is where we talk about very real issues as regards tech. Today, we are looking at a very interesting and very important topic when it comes to making a career out of tech, and that is from learning to earning, turning tech skills into income. Because all these things we are learning, I want to believe that the end of everything is that we have money in our pockets at the end of the day. Now, I'm not going to be talking about this alone. I had to go and look for an expert to talk to us today because this is a very important topic. So, the person with me, I'm going to be handing over to him to introduce himself to us. But first, let me just give you a little bit of insight into who he is. Okay, he's someone I respect a lot. He's one of our top tutors in our ICT Academy. He's somebody that has broken into tech, made his way in tech, and is equipping the next generation of learners to also make it in tech. And fun fact, he taught my husband web development, so he's not just anyhow person. All right, let's hear from him. Who are you, and what would you like to tell our audience before we start?
Okay, my name is Kamichi Som, and
Okay.
I'm from Anambra State. I started web when I was after secondary school.
Wow.
That was when I went into web. I started with blogging.
Okay.
So from blogging, I entered into website development.
Mhm.
So that was around 2020 during COVID
Wow.
19. So that was when I
That's
started
6 years.
website development. So during that COVID strike and everything, during that holiday, long back holiday, I had to start into venture into web development. And from
Okay.
there, I learned graphics, video editing. Then currently, I'm learning cloud security and DevOps. So
See, I told you I respect him a lot. Did you just hear his list of skills? And then he said he's still learning something. So I believe that we are going to learn a lot from him today. He's an expert. I know you've heard that saying, Jack of all trade, master of none. It's a lie. You know where he is. He is a master of all his skills. I can assure you that. So you're hearing from an expert today. All right, so let's get into it. From learning to earning, turning tech skills into income. We want to be as, as free as possible, as basic as possible, so that everybody understands this concept. We want to earn, we don't just want to learn. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's look at the reality of making money in tech. So, Mr. Kano, a lot of people go into tech because they have heard stories of people making thousands of dollars in this tech. But how realistic is this expectation, especially for people that are just starting?
okay, tech, there is a big money in tech. Tech
I
this
agree.
money.
That is why I
Yes.
came here.
Take this money, but a lot of people enter into tech because of what they hear about people making money. Yeah. They don't tend to have that skill, what it takes to make that money. Because for you to make money in tech, you must get that skill, you must have that skill, what it tends to make that money in tech. So if they don't have that skill, they need to make that money. So for you to make money, you must acquire that skill for you to be able to make money. But for money, there's a lot of money in tech.
So what you're saying basically is that first of all, the skill,
Yes, you must
then
acquire that skill.
then the
You can
income
make
will
money to
follow.
make money. Yes.
Okay, I think that's very straightforward. You have to acquire the skill first before start thinking about money. Okay, so there's one question that beginners ask me, especially when I talk to them to register for any tech training, is usually like, how soon can I start earning? How soon can I start earning? So, do you really have to become an expert before you make money in tech?
No, you don't really need to become an expert. As a matter of fact, when I got my first job in web, I was still learning. So I was learning and earning.
Okay.
Okay, I got my first
Learning
job.
and
Yeah,
earning.
you can be learning and be earning. So that's where you have to advertise yourself, let people know what you are doing. As far as you can perform a single task, that simple task you can perform, you can monetize it and use it and make money. You don't need to become expert, you can build application. No, if you can focus on front end, you can even build with HTML and CSS.
Okay.
Once you can design a particular website, just simple website, can use that skill and what advertise yourself, let people know what you're doing and make money with it. So you don't need to be experts or anything.
Okay.
Earning, you can be learning and what and be earning at
Okay.
the same time.
Okay. So two things I'm going to hold on to from what you just said is that learning and earning. So it can be side by side.
Yes.
So as you're learning, you can also be earning.
Yes.
And then the second thing I'm taking from what you said right now is that you have to advertise
Yes, very
yourself.
important.
I think a lot of people, myself included, when I started out in tech, I was so shy of what I post online. Like it will not look like I'm desperate. Won't be desperate. Be desperate. That is the way to earn. Oh, go after what you want. Advertise. Okay, so my next question is, why do you think many talented people actually learn digital skills but never actually make money from it?
Okay, first reason is that maybe they don't have a portfolio.
Mm,
Because if any company wants to hire you now, they'll ask you, what have you done? They will not ask you, where is your certificate?
okay.
Okay, they'll ask you, what are those projects? Let me see the projects you have done so far. You are calling yourself a web developer, app developer, and the other ones, what are those? Let me see all those projects you have done so far. So from that project, they'll now say, okay, this person is good. Now we
Okay.
can hire you because you are going to deliver. But if you don't have a portfolio, there is no way that company can hire you. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. And the second thing is that, just like I said, they don't advertise themselves. Okay, because you don't expect someone to come and know that you're a virtual developer when you don't advertise yourself, telling people that, oh, this is what I do. You can hire me, I can do this, I can do this, you can hire me. So you have to what? Go out there, advertise yourself, let people know what you're doing before you can be able to what? Make money with it. So that's the second reason.
Okay.